Lesson 14. Social movement is conscious movement of popular masses. This lesson we are going to study that the social movement is a conscious movement of the popular masses. Leader Kim Jong-il said, "All revolutionary movements are conscious movements." The social movement is a conscious movement of the popular masses. It means that the social movement is propelled by the popular masses' ideological consciousness. The popular masses' ideological consciousness of independence plays a decisive role in their activities to cause and push ahead the socio-historical movement. Ideological consciousness of independence enables the popular masses to adhere to the thoroughgoing class stand and attitude in advancing history. Class character of activities of the people who participate in the social movement is decided by their ideological consciousness. There can never be any superclass ideas in class society, and the main of the people's ideological consciousness is class consciousness. Class consciousness decides the people's fundamental stand and attitude towards the class struggle. As it is an ideological consciousness that defends the masses' independence resolutely, the ideological consciousness of independence makes the people have resolution and readiness to struggle against the exploiter class who infringe upon their independence. The ideological consciousness of independence enables the popular masses to display their strong will and fighting ability in advancing history. Whether the social movement is promoted with success or not is decided by how the people participating in the movement display their will and fighting ability. The socio-historical movement is an arduous and complicated course of struggle that should overcome the desperate challenges of reactionary exploiter class and the ceaseless manifold difficulties and trials. In order to win victory in the grave struggle that accompanies temporary failure and setback and heart-rending sacrifices, the people who participate in the movement should possess of strong will and fighting ability. It is the ideological consciousness of independence that decides the masses' strong will and fighting ability. The ideological consciousness of independence actively instigates the people to conduct struggle to the end, braving all difficulties and trials. Human history is the history that the strength of the masses' ideological consciousness of independence has been steadily built up and fully demonstrated. Without exception, the reactionaries' intentional maneuvers to arrest the advance of history are consistent with the implanting of the consciousness of submission into the masses. However, the popular masses propelling forward the development of history have rejected the idea of servile submission and steadily raised their level of ideological consciousness. Human history is the history that the popular masses have enhanced their self-awareness and will as the masters of their own destiny to perfect them. The reactionary and unscientific ideas that defend interests of the exploiter class asserted in the past that man's destiny was the one that could not be understood with human intelligence. With the intensification of the struggle to transform nature and society, illusion about mysterious strengths began to be broken gradually, and the popular masses have made big ideological and mental progress. Those that had been considered as the impossible was turned into reality, and by it the people understood their might and possessed of strong aspiration and will to carve out their lives. Social structure of exploiter class that had been considered as the inviolability began to be shaken to its foundation due to the popular masses' resistance. In this process, the popular masses were brought up mentally by confidence that man can possibly shape his destiny if he makes efforts. Human history is the history that the popular masses have won victory in the ideological showdown with the exploiter class. Since society was divided into hostile classes, the popular masses and the exploiter class have confronted with each other also in the field of ideological consciousness. In the exploiter society, laws and authority of the state themselves harshly oppress the masses' progressive ideas while approving only the ideas of the exploiter class. Historically, ideas to obliterate essential nature of man intended to realize domination with the power of money in all exploiter societies, but failed to check the demonstration and development of the masses' independent spirit to defend their essential nature. Role of the masses' ideology of independence becomes the highest in the struggle for socialism. Socialist society is the one that is created by the popular masses purposefully and consciously. Socialism relies on the people's high sense of self-awareness. Socialism provides the people with all conditions for comprehensively enhancing the role of the ideological consciousness. Advanced ideas are predominant in socialist society. Socialism holds the popular masses as the genuine masters of society and gives full play to their revolutionary enthusiasm and creative activity. The ideological and mental strength plays a remarkably big role in the struggle for socialism, which is related with the characteristics of socialist idea itself. Socialist idea has great influence upon the social development, as it reflects the laws of social development and the aspirations of the masses on a scientific basis. Unlike the reactionary ideas of exploiter class who advocate the corrupt and old system while hindering the progress of history, the socialist idea serves as a powerful weapon propelling forward the progress of history. The biggest strength that accelerates the social development is the political ideological might of the masses, and no force on earth can match this might. This is the truth proved by history, and herein lies a firm guarantee that enables the popular masses to shape their destiny independently and creatively. Thank you for this lesson. Next lesson, we will study the law-governed process of social development according to the development of the popular masses.